So what was that like playing behind that offensive line with all the moving parts today? How do you think they did?
They still did good. You know, there's a lot of moving parts with a lot of people moving, but at the end of the day, you know, who's ever in there playing, like we put Malcolm at right tackle today. We had a lot of, I think, you know, Kobe was in there. We had Carl was in there. There was a lot of guys moving, but at the end of the day, you know, what it comes down to is just performance. You know, who's ever in there, I'm gonna trust, and we're gonna get the job done either way. I mean, it's you know, there's no more making excuses for who we don't have, who we do have. It's all about just getting it done. And you know, the offensive line is doing a great job of working their butts off. And, you know, I would use a different word for that, but you know, they're really working hard. So you know, they're gonna be good this season.
Sign that the depth's maybe a little bit better, that you can't have, you know, a few guys out and then.
Yeah,
you still
and just know that we still have people behind them that'll come in and get the job done. And, you know, at the end of the day, as long as I trust them and we know what we're doing protection-wise and scheme-wise, you know, we'll be fine.
Does it make you kind of appreciate what Caleb was bringing to the table for the first 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah, Caleb's a monster. Caleb's a monster. But, you know, like I said, nobody's going to be, well, hopefully everybody will be healthy 100% of the time. But, you know, sometimes there'll be nicks and bruises and, you know, people will be out for a little bit. But, you know, who's ever in there, we're going to have to work with it and play our game.
What have you noticed from Craig Lee in terms of pass protection?
You know, Craig Lee has came a long way, and you know he's still developing as a young running back, but he's has such an upside to him, and you know once he gets it and understands the game and really gets the concepts of everything we're doing, then he's going to be, I mean, lights out.
The worry with him was always pass blocking. I'm sure you probably have seen a little bit of him blocking.
Yeah.
Do you think he's improved?
Yeah. Tenfold. I mean, you know, from where he was when he first got here to where he is now, you know, he's come a long way. You know, gained some weight and really just been able to help us out in the pass blocking. You know, running backs have to be able to pass block in our offense and be able to you know, stop a 230-pound linebacker. And Craig Lee is doing a great job.
Seems like you and Mossy have already kind of developed a connection.
Yeah.
What is it about him that makes him so able to get open?
Mossy is turning into one of my favorite targets, honestly. You know, he has a different mindset to him. You know, he has a nasty streak, and you know, he's scrappy, and that's what you want from a receiver, one who's going to go out and hit a DB in the mouth and you know, run back and burn a DB after the next play. So, you know, he's fast, he's smart, he understands the game. You know, there's still you know, the learning curves that as a freshman you got to get over, and you know, I'm helping him. Sometimes I'll scream at him, but sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, it's all for development. But you know, when we watch film, you see the development he made from day one to now, and it's leaps and bounds.
Seemed like Thomas Duarte looks like he's becoming one of your favorite targets too. Is that accurate?
TD is a monster, and I mean just the way he can run. I mean, he's sort of deceptively fast, and you know, he can get away from the defensive back and out jump him. You know, he's tall, but he's very lengthy with his arms, and you know, where you can throw it and where you can go get it at.
How excited are you about Kenny Walker's speed out on the edge?
Man, I mean, you guys see it. I for sure see it. You know, Kenny Walker he just looks fast out there. He just looks fast out there running. I mean, when you see him running, it's just like a blur, honestly. But he's fast on, and we need somebody like that, just who can, you know, just tell him to run a post, and you know, nothing to it, just run a post no matter what the defense does, and I'm gonna throw it out there. And, you know, we need people like that, and he's one that'll fit in this offense real well for us.
What have you seen from Malcolm so far?
Bunch?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, he's come a long way. You know, this offense is hard to sort of adjust to when you come in from just a regular tempo offense. You know, when you jump into a fast-paced offense, there's some things you got to catch up on, which is, you know, understanding how fast our game moves. But, you know, he's come a long way, and he fits into this team so well. You know, his personality, even off the field, he's a great guy, humble guy. Easy to talk to, real respectable, and you know, he knows the game. He knows what he has to do. He studies the game. He understands the concept of football and what we're trying to accomplish here.
Cool. Thanks, Brad.